Bid, bid, bid. I said what I said. We are days away from the end of the fourth quarter. You know, just like with anything in life, I bought this really cool stand to put my laptop on, and I went to assemble it and it broke. But guess what? You move on. And that's how bidding is. You're going to submit a bid and you're not going to get it. You're going to submit another one and you're not going to get it. You're going to submit another one. You may not get it. But that fourth one, you get. So you have to persevere. A proposal doesn't have to be perfect. So where do you go to find these bids? Here's some tips. Number one, on Unison Marketplace. You must create an account to go on Unison Marketplace. You will need a UEI. When you go on Unison Marketplace, there are a ton of opportunities. Here are the tips. Number one, you can bid on anything on here. Doesn't matter what you bid on. I'm kind of looking down just to see what's here. Number one, they've extended their hours to meet market demands. Today, on a Sunday, 3 things have been posted. Because it's Sunday doesn't mean the government's closed. It's Monday somewhere in the world. Never forget that. There were 83 opportunities posted in the last 3 days. That's a lot of opportunities, y'all. Ranging from construction and building, manufacturing, safety and security, clothing and textiles. So here's the tips for Unison. With Unison, the fee that they charge, because like us, they are a vendor, they're a government contractor, that fee is included in your pricing. For the most part, you just have to type in the pricing. So let's say they need to buy 20 pallets of water. You would type in the price for the water. So you locate a vendor. So for instance, with this water, Niagara Bottle out of California. Let's say you contact them, you get a deal on this, you add in your profit, and you type in the amount for 1 case. And then the system automatically calculates and you submit your bid. For products on Unison, they often will ask for you to complete a Buy American Act form. Oh my goodness, this is so easy to complete. It's just asking you for manufacturing information. It's something you can easily get. So when you submit, you want to submit, you have your highest, and then you have what you stop your bid at. So you want to make sure you've put in your profit into both prices, because typically on Unison, they're going by the lowest amount, but not always. But what's important is you have a supplier, you have a price, and you submit it. That's all that matters. And then you do it again. That's the best way to win on Unison, is the volume. Also, Unison has services. My flagship company, we have about 100 team members. We love staffing. Here's some other information for Unison. So let's say you find a staffing one. So right now, I had come across, there is I think it's a general, and you all can go on here and take a look on Unison, General Clerk 3 at Fort Gordon, and they want this person for 5 years. And the best thing about a 5-year opportunity is that you have ongoing revenue every month. So it's reliable. The government always pays. You don't have to worry about them not paying you. Now for this, I don't believe they require a resume. However, I have to dig a little deeper. I believe that this opportunity is based on pricing. So what's important and what you can do is look online to see what have people paid or charged in the past for this type of labor category. General Clerk 3. You can also ask the contracting officer if there's an incumbent, but as far as how you respond, it's pretty simple. They give you the instructions. You're going to give them pricing and about us, and basically just state you have the capability to provide staffing. Because at the end of the day, this is what I consider a low risk opportunity. A low risk opportunity means no lives are on the line. If somebody doesn't show up to work as a General Clerk 3 or they mess up, are lives lost? Probably not. So at the end of the day, they want the Dollar Tree General Clerk 3. And why aren't you the one providing that? So here's the deal. As you're bidding, whether it's on Unison, Dibs, Sam.Gov, wherever it is, here's how the money part works. You say, I'm going to charge you, government, $10,000 for 20,000 bottles of water. Well, you have to buy the 20,000 bottles of water. The government's not going to say, okay, here's all this money, we'll wait for you to get the water. So on the product side, you're gonna need a relationship with this bottler. Maybe they offer funding, maybe they don't. Maybe you offer a down payment, maybe you get money from friends, family, line of credit, or credit card. So this is really important to know, because many people out there who talk about, oh, the middleman or subcontracting, it's so easy, you rinse and repeat and you do all these things. This is the reality. So you win this contract, do you have the money to pay for this? If you do, cool. If you don't, then what are you gonna do then? And the answer is not give back the contract or tell them I can't do it. And the government's not gonna give you money like that. And even if the terms are net 30, sometimes it may take 2 months for them to pay you, because there are people on the back end that have to process everything. And again, I know there are people, oh, you're a small business, you're gonna get paid so fast. Okay. When was the last time they won a contract with the federal government? I do want to say, every now and again, I've seen something that says you must have this NAICS code. Sometimes that may mean that it's earmarked for somebody else, but who cares? I would bid anyways. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, I have an interview with Angelica, and she talked about not having her cage code, and she still won. They waited for her. And there's a variety of opportunities on here. There's a saw blade, drone, yellow ribbon for Army National Guard, Georgia, low capacity battery cylinder. I mean, there's all types of things here. So if you're looking for quick wins, this is the place to go before the end of the fiscal year. And the end of the fiscal year is the end of September. You may need assurance. This is another piece of bid, bid, bid. If it requires that these have to be delivered at a certain temperature, make sure the bottles are delivered at the temperature. If you must have insurance, whether it's liability, it's anti-terrorism insurance, it exists, it's workers' comp, whatever it is, make sure you get it. But only get it if you need it, okay? So remember that. This is for every single one of you listening. With the federal government, within 24 hours of finding out you didn't win, you send them an email, the point of contact, and you ask them for a debrief. Hello, I am writing in response to opportunity XYZ, and I am writing to request a debrief. Please provide the next step. You want to know what happened. What did you do right? What did you do wrong? It's a process. This is not a Usain Bolt sprint. We're not doing the sprinting. This is like an ultra marathon. We're taking David Goggins' method, fast ways to find federal bids. You look at the evaluation criteria. Well, the federal government normally will outline, this is what's needed to win. It's called evaluation criteria, basis of award. Typically, if it's just on price, I just need 20,000 of these bottles of water. I may not care if you've ever delivered them before. So don't let the fact that you do or don't have past performance ever hold you back. The government has all this money that they need to spend. So their view on things is a little different. It's like Christmas. Oh my gosh, did I get this for my mom? Did I get this for my brother? Did I get this for my husband? Did I get this for my wife? Just grab some stuff. What is it? You know, it's like, oh, look, I got all this for you, right? Micro purchases. It just signifies that it's a small dollar purchase. There is no like micro purchase website. This is how it works. Hey, Cheryl, you do diversity training or something like that? Yeah, I do. Why? Well, I was wondering, we at XYZ federal agency, we're kind of looking for someone to maybe provide some diversity training. Do you think you could do this for us? Well, of course. I mean, I've done it before. For other companies and at a diversity job. I don't see why not. Okay, well, and then sometimes they may say this like, okay, well, I only have $2,500. Do you think you can make that work? Yeah, but I'm only gonna be able to give you 30 minutes. It's gonna be micro purchase. I'm gonna need to use a credit card. That's how it typically works. That's been my experience with all of our micro purchases. An agency typically knows, likes, and trusts you. So then they reach out to you. And it may not be just one micro purchase. It could be several. Especially on the training side, there is a particular type of form that the federal government will use to purchase kind of micro, low ticket professional services. Not every agency will use this. I know one of our clients used to do this and then they stopped doing it, but these exist. But typically, again, it's because they know, like, and trust you. So they have to get to know, like, and trust you, which could be through you responding to opportunities, you attending events, you subcontracting. So why not reach out to FEMA directly? I would find somebody at FEMA and book a call with them, have a meeting with their small business rep. I have 2 businesses formed and want to get into government contracting. Should I create a new LLC? Just create a DBA. That's a really good question. For any and all of you out there, maybe you have multiple businesses, maybe you have a specific business, maybe you're Walter's Water and you want to offer services to the government, just create a DBA, doing business as, register it with your state. It's easy. Super easy. Just do that and stick with it. Don't get discouraged, okay? Kizzy, do we need to have different LLCs for different services? No. IBM, International Business Machine. They provide a lot of things. Let's just say I know. They don't have different, I mean, they may have other businesses, but trust me. And they're not the only one. I know plenty of tech companies that have like legal contracts and construction contracts. That's why we go by KPC, because in that way it's generic enough where there's no issue awarding all different types of contracts. So bid, I said what I said, how to find opportunities. What's key is the government needs to be in a position to buy what you're offering. This is the end of the fiscal year. They're buying a lot. There were 3 opportunities released on a Sunday on Unison. There are over 12,000 small business set-asides on Sam.Gov. Everybody here can win at least one, as long as you have a cage code and you're willing to sell to the government the way that they're buying. So that's something to keep in mind. As I'm kind of concluding, I want to add this. When you bid, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just need to find the opportunities and go for it. Okay, y'all, you're amazing. Bid. Even if it's not the best, it doesn't matter. It's you doing, okay? So y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate your flexibility. Until next time, y'all. Oh, I forgot to say, like, subscribe, hit the notification button. I always forget. Thank you again to the Nightwave for the gift. I'm like so excited. I love that. Y'all, everything is possible and I mean that.